Hey folks, Charlie Sims here. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're having a lovely day and thank you for joining me for a speed build. And today we have a speed build of, I want to say, a mansion disguised as a family home. So this ends up being 7 bedroom, which is kind of astounding. So it's 7 bedroom and 4 bathrooms, which wasn't the initial plan. Every time I do exteriors, I normally focus on filling the lot up, and that's all that I wanted to do really. I wanted to fill this lot up and also make an interesting shaped house. That's the other goal. However, when I came to furnish the inside, I realised that it's big enough for 7 bedrooms, and then we also fit 4 bathrooms in, and all the bedrooms are really spacious, the bathrooms are spacious, got a big kitchen, dining, like everything. It's not like a small 7 rooms, which is nice because I've been doing a lot of 3 bedroom homes. I personally don't tend to play with 8 sims, but I know there's people out there who do play with 8 sims, so I'm kind of happy to bring some variety to my builds. And yeah, so really happy accident I think it ended up being. But the exterior is almost done now. The shape is coming together. I really wanted to have a wraparound porch. I initially think about having this little bump out to the side, but I removed that in favour of a wraparound porch. It's not quite a wraparound porch because the other side doesn't have a porch, but it goes nearly all the way around the house on the 3 sides and into the garden from the front. So that's nice. So there's no fence, there's no side fence into the garden. Instead you would go to the garden via the wraparound porch or a door leading from the kitchen, I think. So this is just me making it a little bit smaller, and thank God I did remove that, or it would have been even bigger because I was kind of running out of ideas. So this house has 7 bedrooms technically, but I put a study in 1 bedroom, but you can remove that study and add 7. I think this could easily fit 8 sims as long as like 2 of the sims slept in the same bed. And actually I think I put 2 beds in 1 room, so it actually works if all of the sims sleep separately, which is really cool. So this is just me working out the wraparound porch. So I think I moved back the bump out onto the left because I decide, oh, I want it to be wraparound. And then we make it so that the roof covering the porch is like a little smaller than the porch, which I think looks fine. And I also really like this lot. So I watched a video from Yorkie the other day, and he built on this lot, and I was like, what is this lot? This lot is called Domus Familiaris. Anyway, it's displayed in the upper left hand corner. I haven't changed the name or anything. And yeah, this lot is like to the left of the park that they have in Brindleton Bay. They have like a big square and a park, and you actually like have a couple of lots on the square leading to the park. So one of them is a vet's, and then I think the other one is like vacant. I'm not sure, but this lot is my new favourite lot in Brindleton Bay. I think it's stunning. You will have just seen me do a little garage door trick so that this snowy escape door, which is like a really cool door, I put it like in front of the foundation so that it's kind of covered, and just it's a fake garage door. So, like, it's fine. We don't even have garages. But yes, I think this lot is stunning. The lot goes up to the sidewalk, which I really like. And then it's also next to a road. I think it's super realistic. And we do get some lots that are just in the middle of nowhere and there's no, like, terrain paint or anything. But I just love this whole area, and especially this lot. And we also get one opposite as well, which I think I will possibly be building on in the near future, definitely, now that I've discovered this. And now we're just finishing off with the garage, and I'm just putting some roof trim on, and then I'll put the roof tile on and wallpaper it. So the colour scheme ends up being dark blue. I think that's like quintessentially Brindleton Bay, the dark blue, and then I accent it with some, it looks like stone. So we had some stone walls to the front, I think the one big extremity, and I think it looks really nice. We make the wraparound porch brick, and we make the garage accent white so that it matches the foundation, and then we cover it with some plants. And I mean, nothing crazy on the landscaping front. This is the stone accent, and I think it looks really nice, if I do say so myself. And now I'm adding a bit of brick detail to the chimneys, so it has 2 chimneys. Maybe that happens, I'm not sure, I haven't seen it in England or anything. Just moving the lot back, I wanted to add a car because there's a road to the left of it, so I wanted to add a car for realism, just a little debug car, a little family sedan. I think if you've got 6 people, 7 people, 8 people, it just makes sense. And also, if you don't play with 8 Sims, I think some spare rooms are kind of nice, especially for some of the big items we get in the game. So like, I'm thinking the cupcake maker, the juice frizzing station, the candle maker, even though I guess that's not too big. The telescope, which actually I don't even think fits indoors, which is kind of a shame. It'd be nice to just have like a normal telescope. I think that would be like really nice. But yes, so yeah, I mean, you don't have to necessarily have 8 Sims to download this house. I don't play with 8 Sims. I find it too difficult. I find like I just can't be arsed with 4 Sims, to be honest. I normally just play like 3, and then when I play 4, I just want the kids to age up so that I can move them out and play them. Anyway, yeah, so this is me like landscaping. I don't do too much with the landscaping, and the back garden is I guess like quite small in comparison to the rest of the house, but it's got everything you need in the back garden. But yeah, so I'm just adding a little bit of terrain paint under all of the landscaping, just dealing with this weird corner that I've created. And I do this is new, I haven't done this before. I'm just kind of like putting the terrain paint first as like a kind of guide as where to put some foliage, and like that really worked out well. And we use this really cute picket fence from Backyard Stuff. So as you can see, the garden isn't huge, which is like a shame. It would have been nice to have a little bit more garden space, and I guess looking back, I could have potentially added a side gate in, although not really because it's a wraparound porch. But yeah, it would have been nice to have like a little bit more space, but you know, we work with it. We've got a table and chairs outside. We've got a barbecue. I add a bike as well. And then I also, like, for a change, because I always put a swing set down. So instead of putting a swing set down, I put the basketball hoop that we get with City Living. So the Sims that live here, in my head, I was thinking 2 child girls, a teenage girl, a teenage boy, a grandma, and 2 parents, I think. Oh, and a toddler. I add a toddler room as well. But obviously you can like change some of the decor to match your Sims' personalities. It's just that's like the family I had in my head. I haven't created a family or anything. So also as well, just want to mention that I didn't even know this swatch existed for the basketball court. It's just like a chalk line, and I think that's so realistic. I love it. I didn't know it existed, so I was really happy to discover that. We also add some vertical planters. Sorry, we had some vertical planters and this bucket for water balloon fights. That being said, with the vertical gardens, you might want to swap those out because they're on the laundry list. If you haven't seen the laundry list from the Sims team, you can't evolve vertical gardens. So kind of nice to know the knowing bugs. So like, I was playing the other day and the play with dolls isn't working. It's nice to know that that was actually a bug, and like they know, like it's a known bug, I guess, because I was like, you know, why aren't my Sims like playing dolls together? They're just playing dolls by themselves. And that's why. So nice to know. I like that bit of transparency, to be honest. But now we're working out the floor plan. And I opened up a website that generates you a colour palette. So I got generated a random colour palette, and we use that throughout. And I think the colours end up looking really nice. So this is not as bright as the whole house ends up being. I end up changing the wallpapers. I just knew that one of them was going to be this orangey red that I absolutely love. and we're using the we're using the country kitchen stuff. It's not even called that, country kitchen kit. I'm not sure, but anyway, in my last video I called it non-versatile, and since calling it that I've used it in like all the builds that I've done lately. So yeah, I said it wasn't versatile, it was for barn houses, and I'm just using it. Also see a lot of people putting other cabinets together with it, which is like kind of a shame that people are having to do that. But certainly Jungle Adventure, the Parenthood green kind of matches in like a certain light if you use your imagination. Because yeah, as you can see, I've just pulled out the short cabinet, and the short cabinet is actually like a rack of dishes, which is not, it's not very reusable. But I've seen a lot of Simmers matching. I think it's like the black swatch with like the dark swatch from Jungle Adventure with the cabinets, and that seems to match pretty well with the style of it as well, being quite rustic. So I've seen that a lot, and I thought the Parenthood short cabinets kind of worked here in a certain light, maybe. I'm not sure. We do end up changing the back of this to just be like a load of shelves that are cluttered, and I actually think it ends up looking really cool. But at the moment we use that shelf and we just add a few pots onto it. You'll see at the back all, because we just have this like one tile at the back, and I quite liked it, but I wanted it to be more full, like it was like an area, like a pantry area where you can go and get your spices and things. I'll show you it later. And it meant that I could add even more clutter to the kitchen, because right now you will have just seen me, it switched to me having all the clutter already pulled out, and it's just too much clutter for me to fit on all of the sides. But it really helps when I add like a shelving unit to that kitchen backsplash, I guess, if you like. But yeah, still love all of the clutter items. And now I'm using laundry day as well, which like kind of goes, I think. I don't know. I'm not if you've watched my videos before, you'll probably know that I don't perfectly match wood tones, and it doesn't bother me too much. I'm not like super anal about it, because I just I would take ages picking furniture out, I think, if I was like that in The Sims. So I'm just adding like a little broom, a hutch, and then just putting some spices on the wall. And we do cover this wall, but I do change this wall now that we're now working on. I think I end up putting a hobby board and then just something else on it. But we change that, as I said, to shelves. So I'll show you that later. I don't end up putting the Parenthood board down, but you could certainly like fit it in somewhere if that's like your kind of gameplay, adding a curfew and things like that. I do quite like it. I don't know, like I played a family not long ago, and my sim ended up being, and I didn't even notice, she ended up being like emotionally in control, I think. So she ended up being irresponsible, which was hilarious because she could actually ignore her bills, which I absolutely loved. But then the other one was that she was emotionally in control, and that unlocked like a different interaction with people when they were feeling upset, and she would immediately bring their mood to fine, which, as you know, is so helpful, because there's just no talking to an angry sim and having like a happy interaction. So if you really want to go out with someone or become best friends with someone and they're in a bad mood and they're sad because one of their relatives have died, or they're angry because they're hot-headed, it's just really difficult to like make friends with them. All they want to do when they're angry is just like tip over your trash can for some reason. So it was really nice that she had this like diffuser. I don't know how she got that. Yeah, I'm not sure at all, because I didn't try to do that. But she grew up with 2 extra traits, which is pretty cool, because having extra traits is always good. So we've got a little utility room. As I said, there's a washer and a dryer here. I also put a darts board in the utility room, which I quite like because it adds a little bit of functionality. I absolutely love the darts animation and everyone playing darts. I just like doing it, and I thought, well, it's you know, a bit of functionality to squeeze in. We also add a little hammy, because even though, you know, my first pet stuff isn't great, I do think the hamster is really cute. So we added like a little hamster for the kids, and I think, your hamster would go in your utility rooms because they make so much noise at night. I grew up with hamsters, and you just couldn't have a hamster in your room really, or even the corridor. Like, our hamsters were downstairs because they made so much noise because they're nocturnal and they're just on their hamster wheel going round every night. But anyway, we have a half bathroom downstairs, and we have two full bathrooms upstairs. And then is that all we have? Because I think I said 4 bathrooms earlier, but honestly, I didn't even build this that long ago, and I've completely forgot. So sorry about that. We'll have to kind of find out as we're watching the video, unfortunately. But yeah, so I add this nice fireplace centerpiece to the living room. So we leave the living room this orangey red. I think it might be the only room that is actually this orangey red. And then we have the teal in the dining room. And I think that was the major pops of colour in the colour palette that I generated. And the rest are kind of like creams, browns. Very nice. Would recommend if you're trying to make like a cohesive, you're trying to have a cohesive interior, but then you don't want everything, you don't want all the walls to be the same, which like I don't like doing. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Like, it varies. I'm just putting a couple of plants in these pots. I love that plant from Jungle. No, it's not even from Jungle Adventure. It's from the base game. And, you know, I didn't know it was from the base game. We're putting in that clutter item with the kettle. However, it is not in clutter. I don't know where it is. I have to always filter by paranormal stuff and then put it on show all. And that's the only way I get that tray with the kettle to show up. Not the kettle, the teapot. We don't have kettles in The Sims. Oh, I keep reminding myself we don't have kettles in The Sims. One day when we've got kettle kit, maybe. Oh my God, can you imagine? Probably. But we're almost done with the living room. There's just this very handy 2 tiles at the front of the living room that I made into a little desk nook. So very happy about that. Also need to lower this mirror because it just sits so high on the walls, unfortunately. But that's just like a little trick. If you haven't seen that before, you can lower windows that way, mirrors that way. And then just add in like a little bit of artwork, and then that's the living room done. So we move on to, yes, I thought so. So there is 4 bathrooms because there's a big bathroom here. And like recently I've been playing the game a lot more, and I kind of realised some pet peeves. So when you have a big family, having 1 or 2 bathrooms is extremely annoying. So I wanted to make sure that there was 4 bathrooms with 3 full bathrooms. So I guess there's like 3.5, right? There's 3.5 bathrooms. And we're just cluttering up this bathroom. So I only show 1, but they are actually all really different. Oh well. I also love this wallpaper. I've been using this wallpaper a lot more. We've moved on from it. So I'm now doing the landing space, just pulling out that lovely CC that we now have in base game. And yeah, just pulling that out and using it as a little end table. And then we'll put, I think I remember to put a railing on that staircase. I'm not sure now thinking about it. I definitely will before I upload it to the gallery. Have not yet uploaded it to the gallery. And now, so we've still got like 2 rooms downstairs. So I end up making those 2 rooms into bathrooms. So we've got Morgan just helping us test there. So I end up sizing up this wall decal from base game, and then I use the Snowy Escape like shutter wall decal, and I think it makes it look like there's like some storage space behind the end table. But what I wanted it to all look like a built-in unit, but then I also wanted the ability to add things onto the end table like lamps. Hopefully that makes sense. I think it looks all right. I'm not sure. It was experimental, and I don't normally do that, but I've been trying to be a bit more experimental. Use these Realm of Magic dressers as well, which I think are really nice. And now we're just cluttering up the dresser with like a little bit of stuff. I end up putting a lot of TVs in the bedrooms as well. So the parents have just, this is the parents' room, I imagined anyway. And they've just got a little TV. Actually, I've done this completely wrong because the grandma's upstairs, but maybe she's sprightly, so It's probably fine. Maybe when she gets a bit more older, they'll swap bedrooms. But I did initially think that was the parents' room. Really like that room. And are we using teal again? No, we don't. We darken this up. So this, I imagine, was the teenage girls' room, but it doesn't matter. It can be any gender. And we end up darkening this color palette down a little bit. So we end up making it a dark blue. I don't really use the color palette generation on the bedrooms, so I don't use the colors that have been selected from the color palette generator. I use I use different colors just because I think kids' rooms normally deter from the general vibe of the house, because it's just like a space for the kids to have their own like personalities. So I think this kid likes blue. Well, this teenager, I was thinking she was a teenager. So she's got like a little bit of a TV, and we scale it up a little bit with tool mod that allows you to scale. But when like if you download this, you will have like it scaled already. Like you won't need to scale it or anything. It stays scaled and rotated and everything, which is also another thing that I love about tool mod, and it doesn't get flagged as custom content or anything. So I think she's really into space. And yeah, I did want to use that Peacemaker wardrobe, but it didn't match any of the dressers, so I just decided to add like it matching dresser and then make everything blue. Like she really likes blue. And this is us making like a little shelving unit. So I initially tried to do this thing that I've seen a lot of simmers do, but the overlap was kind of doing my head in. Like the kind of glitchiness was doing my head in. I think you need to get it exact because they all look different colours right now, and it was doing my head in. So I later like remove it. But now we're cluttering up the shelving unit. Oh, and also it was like making it difficult for me to clutter things up. Oh no, it wasn't. It was those two counters that were making it difficult. But yeah, so we put some weighing scales, some saws, just a load of random clutter. I also go into the debug menu. So I've downloaded another mod, and I forget who it's by, but it might be by Twisted Mexi actually, but it allows you to have the debug menu or access the debug menu from the regular build and buy. And if you have this filter organized debug on and you click trees or bushes, you will actually get the bushes and the trees from the live edit. So there's also like a live edit filter, and it also makes the debug items searchable and clonable, which is just my favorite, especially when you're doing landscaping with debug items. I just find it so much quicker. So we pull a load of things out of the debug item as well, and then I just add a few other things, some cookie jars, cereal. So it's like a kind of pantry section. The casserole dish as well, which I really love. This jar of, whatever is in that jar. And yeah, I think that looks nice. So now I delete that because I'm in like two minds about deleting it because I don't know. I try and make it work, but it just all looks like different colours. I don't know. So I end up like removing that, and then I think I just put a mirror. Also, really nice that there's a known bug that the mirrors, so if you like add a mirror in a room and the mirror is facing like a window, then your window won't show up. It will like kind of glitch out the frame, so it looks like the mirror is just like facing the outside when you take screenshots. And anyway, that is on the laundry list as well, and if you haven't checked the laundry list out, I would recommend checking it out. So it's just like a list of all the bugs that the Sims team have, and it's really great because you can, if there's something that's really bothering you, because for screenshots that glitch with the mirrors opposite windows, it's really annoying. So it's really nice that they're looking at that, and I know that they're looking at that as well, because I'm sure there is a place where you can report bugs in The Sims, but I'm not actually sure where you can report them. So it's just really nice that we're being told that this, that, and the other are being looked at. But now we're onto the twins' room, so I make it really cutesy. We end up swapping this out for a castle, and then I just clutter up everything with toys. Really, top of the wardrobe, this chest. We put a couple of lamps so they like share this end table. They've got like a couple of lamps. We also give them night lights, and they've just got like posters, and yeah, it's just really cute. It's just a really cute room. I also put a load of figures by the castle as well, and I think, yeah, when they fix the play together bug, I think that these child sims play together as well. So yeah, I thought this room was really cute, and not much more to say about this room, to be honest. I'm still trying to figure out whether there is 7 bedrooms to this house or not. Yeah, I think so, because I think we fit. There might. I might have lied to you. There might have been 6 bedrooms, but you'll know from the title, because I'll either title this 6-bedroom house or 7-bedroom. I think I'm titling it the 6-bedroom family house, or 7. I can't remember. It's probably less impressive if it's 6. But yeah, now I'm just adding some cutesy wall art, and then we add a couple of rugs, but I've lost that footage, unfortunately, but nothing major. We don't lose anything major. And now I'm just working on the what I imagine to be the grandma's room. So we give her like a little telly, and she has a little dresser with some clutter. Nothing major. We don't clutter it up with knitting stuff. I think this is just a place where she relaxes. I mean, we put a rocking chair, so you could certainly like put some knitting in her inventory. I don't think there's anything else for older people to do. If we're stereotyping older people, of course, they can still do. Well, actually, they can't, because they get really fatigued if they do other things, right? So, like, if we get them to jog or like woohoo, they're like fatigued. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But there's not too many activities in this room. It's just like a cutesy room where she comes and she chills out. And this matches the decor of the home. So I think we make it this light yellow, and then the wood accent throughout is kind of white. So that's the room, really. I'm just trying to find a couple of paintings to put here. We end up going with these base game ones. Also, there's one with a photo of someone. I'm not sure who. And this matches this mountain scene in terms of the frame matches, so I think they go together, so we put them two together. And actually, the colours are the same, so that works. And now we move on to the study area. So there's actually 2 computers in this house, which I guess is good if you're going to have like 8 Sims. So yeah, so we add like a few things, an iPad, another monitor. I imagine that was a monitor, and a laptop here. So I imagine one of the parents works from home, maybe. So yeah, that's what I thought when I put this down. And I think we actually removed this bookcase, and we put an art easel down, and also the chess table. So I was thinking about putting the robotic station down, and certainly like you can fit the robotic station down, and then some other bigger items you get with that you need to place down for skill building for your career. But I just put down a generic chess table as kind of like a filler, and then of course, like if you download this house, you can swap that out and put, whatever you like in candle making station, something else that you need, the workshops, you could put that down. And then I just put a few pictures of Bright Chester on, and there's some inspirational posters above the chess table as well. And then we just darken up all the wood to match the bookcase. That's my favourite bookcase in the game. And now we're making the little nursery. So I use this bed that I'm still obsessed with from Eco Lifestyle. This is the best bed. I'll not stop using that. And this is just like a trick that I've been using lately. Non-functional, of course, but I'm just adding like a little diaper changing station. And I always think that this trolley from Nifty Knitting, I always think that it looks like you could put some things on there. I don't know, it's like a trolley with wheels on, right? So I just imagine that maybe the diapers are in there. I'm not sure. I really like it anyway. So we're just adding some bottles, and then some diapers from Debug, and then like a little bin to throw the diapers away, I guess. And then we put that mirror that we got that we now have with the base game that we got as part of the 2021 birthday. And I also thought I put down because we've got loads of room in this toddler room, I thought I'd put down this little play doll house for the toddler that's absolutely huge, but quite cute. So we put that down, and I also forget to put a potty down, but I will before I upload this to the gallery. And now that we're coming to the end of the build, I do realise that there is actually only 6 bedrooms and not 7 bedrooms like I initially said. However, you know, it's still like, it's less impressive, but it's not bad. You know, utility room, 4 bathrooms, 6 bedrooms. Given it's like a outside, it looks relatively small in my opinion. I think it's pretty good. But anyway, we're going to be on to the screenshots soon. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you would like to see more content from me, please hit subscribe.